Hello everyone, I'm Vit. You're watching a video from Falling Upward. Today we'll be talking about our mindset tool, which is one of the tools we're developing. I'll try to outline the history behind the project and what it's actually going to be and when it's going to come out. So first of all, it's been about 4 months now that we've been at it, we've been developing the tool. I was reading the book Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, which is an amazing investor, human guinea pig, best-selling author, an impressive person, to say at least. He interviews about 250 people in that book, highest achievers in the world, and whether that be sports, business, science, just the best out of the best. When I was going through it, I realized a pattern of behavior started emerging. I wanted to know if that behavior, that pattern of behavior had something to do with the success of these people. And as it happens, it did. So my goal was to scientifically prove that it is the case. So I went into it, I approached it through neuroscientific standpoint, psychological standpoint, and many other points of view. I came to the conclusion that these people have mastered habits of creative behavior. They have mastered their mind, which means they control the thoughts that they have. I went into it and I was like, how can I do that? How can I do that for myself to set up myself for the success in the same way they did? And so I designed this little vision board with an affirmation after doing a thorough research. I used it for a couple of months and my efficiency, productivity, creativity, everything went up by big margins. And so I'd like to show you what it entails and what we developed out of this research. So basically on our vision board, we have 4 pictures. First of all, the human brain. It is important to realize that our human brain is where our identity resides. It is where all our lives happen. We have never seen the outside world. We only have a model of the world created by our brain. But we can totally change what our brain is going to see as a reality. It's not a coincidence when people tell you, if you look for the positive, you will see the positive. If you look for the negative, that's the narrative your brain's gonna go with. And so then you will become this negative person. So first of all, you need to realize that if you wanna be positive, if you wanna achieve success, you need to go and look for success. If you wanna be positive, you need to go and look for the positives. So that's the first thing you need to realize when you look at the board or when you approach any problem in your life. The second picture is find your why. It's designed to strike up the thought processes that make you ask yourself, why am I at this position right now in my life? Am I where I want to be, or am I not? What do I need to do to get where I want to be? Those are important questions, and the more you ask them, the more your brain is start chewing on those questions and will try to get you to where you want to be. The next picture is about self-awareness, self-reflection, journaling. Very important habits. Because when you're self-aware and you start learning about your personality from people around you, from within yourself, you'll suddenly see your behavior reflecting your personality. And once you know your personality traits, you know who you are, you can draw a bottom line and work from there to where you want to be. Now it is statistically, it is known that people with good communication skills, people who know their personality, make about $30,000 a year more than people who don't know that. So even just for that reason, you already know the stepping stones. Now the third one is lifelong learning. Now we know that acquiring knowledge throughout the life is one of the most important things or processes. We do that when we're born. All we do is sponge up the world around us. create the model of reality we will then follow. It's instilled on us by our parents, by our peers later on in life, and then once we reach our adulthood, it is by acquiring knowledge from mentors, from books, it can be from videos, it can be from anywhere you'd like it to be. But you need to keep acquiring knowledge, because then your brain connects that knowledge together and forms new models. And that's called innovation or creativity. Now, under all these pictures, or below these pictures, there's the affirmation, which says, I create my day. Now, it is important to see, we know our life is divided into years, that into months, and that into days. I mean, every big goal, every big vision can be broken down into smaller steps. I like to use day as a unit of measure. Because every day you wake up, you're a little bit different than you were before you went to sleep. Because your brain connects everything that happened in your waking time and suppresses the negatives and reinforces the positives. And it happens every night when you sleep. There's a stage of your sleep where your brain just evaluates everything that happened the day before. And so every morning when you get up, you're a little bit different than you were yesterday. There are new experiences, there are new neural pathways created every night when you sleep. And so it is important when you wake up to start your day with a creative behavior, which means ideally what I do and what I think you should do is the first thing you get up, you go to the board, you look at it, and you start your day with those creative processes. And you start telling yourself, I create my day. Because if you repeat it long enough, your brain will accept that as your new model of reality, and you will be in control of your thoughts, you will be in control of your day. And now if you win enough of these days, enough of these units, you suddenly realize that you're winning in your life. That's the whole purpose of this board, to make you go from procrastination, from negative thoughts, from thinking, oh, maybe I can, maybe I can't, who knows, into I know I can and I will. It should bring your willpower to the edge of your capabilities. Make you have the willpower to do anything you've ever wanted. Go and create the world you want to create. Because your whole world happens inside here. Everything else is just external context, which you can change. Now, this tool will not make everything happen for you, but it's definitely a great first step. Because if you do this over time, if you look at it in the morning and in the evening and spend 5 minutes in front of this board, what will happen is your brain will actually accept it. All the affirmation, the thought processes, it will accept it as its new reality. It will accept it and act upon it. Your brain wants to accomplish, it wants to set in motion, it wants to affect. And only you, as the CEO of your own little company in your head, are the one who has the power to do that. Now, obviously, this is just an outline of the design. We designed it for ourselves and it worked brilliantly. But if we said to ourselves that if we are gonna release it to the world, the design needs to look really cool. Because we want you to have it in your bedroom, in your living room, in your office, to remind yourself everywhere, wherever you are, that you are the creator of your reality. And so we are just finishing the designs now. Hopefully the tool should be out within a month, and then it will be available to everyone. Because we believe that the world with people who actually act upon their dreams and act upon their visions can create the better world of tomorrow. We would like to hear your feedback, because it's important to us to give you everything that can help you on your way to this success and successful life. So thank you very much. I was Vip, and this is Falling Upward.